Hello guys, hello visionary family, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, please do go ahead and subscribe. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the love and support that I'm getting here on this channel. Today I'm here with my husband Patrick, who's with me today in case you haven't seen him before. He does appear on this channel every now and then. So yeah, this is my husband.
Hello.
And we just want to welcome him and thanking him to join us regarding this topic, which is Africa cheap? I think it's a necessary discussion, and I thought, what, let's bring it here on the channel. So there will be a slight delay for those of you who are watching afterwards. So please bear with us as we wait for more of you guys to join. So welcome. Thank you guys so much for entering the stream. I really appreciate it. Today the topic is Africa cheap? That's the conversation we're having today. But before we go into the topic, I just want to remind you guys to like, comment, and share this stream. I think it's very important. You'll be helping me here on this channel. Also, we've got the Africa Rising Investment Funds. I've spoken about that several times here on the channel. So basically, that's where young people in Rwanda, specifically, we're looking at rural areas, where young people can come to us and pitch their business ideas. I've said this time and time again that there's so many talented Africans on the ground, so many talented young people, but they don't have people to invest. So it's people like us on the continent who are able, and people from the diaspora, who really want to influence change on the continent by helping young people. Patrick would also agree with me that the problem on the continent is that, there's so many unemployed young people, and we really need to bring about solutions. Again, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys who is entering the live chat right now. Please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Someone is saying, where are you? We are currently in the UK. We were in Rwanda, but as I've previously said on this channel, we had to come back because we had some issues here. We lost a family member, and we basically came to bury that person, and it was during the time of the whole coronavirus and the lockdown. So we actually got stuck here in the UK. But I know things are opening up in terms of Rwanda. So we are looking to get back to Rwanda as soon as possible. But for the moment, we're in the UK. But please don't be thrown off by the fact that we're in the UK. Africa is our home, Rwanda is our home, and we can't wait to get back, really. For me, I'm, really kind of, I just feel like I really want to get back, but also there's a few things that we need to sort out here in the UK. So, yeah, we will be getting back as soon as possible. So I spoke about the Africa Rising Funds. If any of you guys out there are, you want to support a really amazing cause, the Africa Rising Investment Fund is a really amazing project which is dear to my heart, and I do believe that it will impact many young people. So if you are interested to sort of donate to this project, the information is in the description bar. So please go ahead and check it out, and just donate anything that you can, from like $2. That just showing your support would be much appreciated on this channel. Anything else I've missed out? I think that's about it, really. So I think we'll just kind of go ahead and just dive into this topic. Is Africa cheap? And where this topic has come from really is the fact that I've seen on YouTube, some of you out there, some of you guys who've also reached out to me in terms of those of you wanting to purchase land in Rwanda, because I did put out there that I can help people to purchase land around the new airport that they're building in Rwanda. So that's the Bugesera International Airport. some people reached out to me. I told them the prices, and some people were thinking that maybe they could get land for like $1,000, and that's not the case, unfortunately. Where you may be able to get land in maybe Gambia for $1,000, it's very different in Rwanda. And I think that people have the perception that because it's Africa, they expect to get things for like a piece of land for like $1, or an apartment in Kigali for like $1. And the reality is, I'm just kind of giving that figure, but basically what I'm saying is that you can't expect that because it's Africa, everything is going to be completely cheap. That's not the reality. I just want Patrick to speak on this topic. What do you think? Is Africa cheap?
Anyway, hi everybody. To me, Africa is not cheap. Um, you know, I'm sure many people who are coming back, coming from Africa to different countries, they will definitely agree with me that Africa is not cheap at all. But it depends of what you want. And for example, if you need like a good apartment, like modern apartment, where you can have hot water in, you have nice rooms, you have electricity and clean water, and you expect that you're gonna pay $50 or $100
in Rwanda.
in Rwanda.
You're speaking specifically
in
on Rwanda right now. We're speaking specifically about Rwanda right now.
So it's impossible. It's impossible because many people these days they invest a lot of money into good houses, and so they spend money. There's I know diaspora want to invest in Africa, but also there's people on the continent. Like for example, let's speak specifically in Rwanda. If you go to Rwanda, you really find very beautiful apartment, very beautiful detached house or semi-detached
very
house,
modern,
of a flat, even very beautiful than even houses here
in London, in New York.
Yes, definitely. So you can find a house which has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, parking space outside where you can put like 2 cars or 3 cars, even 5 cars. So you expect that house is not going to cost $200. Definitely you expect that you're gonna pay like more than 1,000 or 1,500. So it depends what you want. For me, that's what I can say in Rwanda. For example, if for example you have $100 or $200 and you go to the countryside in the cities, maybe towns which are out of Kigali, you may find a house, very decent house, 3 bedrooms with electricity, with water, maybe not hot water, but you can live and experience a beautiful life. But otherwise, if you want in Kigali, forget it. That's what I can say.
Yeah, because as I said, people are coming to Africa thinking that things are going to be extremely cheap, and you really have to do your research in terms of the country that you want to go to and your budget really. So you have to work that out. What's your budget? What's the cost of living in, for example, Kigali, inside the city of Kigali? What's the cost of living outside of Kigali? Can you afford it? Because if you don't plan properly and you get to Kigali, for example, and you find that things are a little bit expensive, then you're going to be easily put off by this. And as my husband was saying, you may be able to find something outside of Kigali, more towards the countryside, near the villages, for a lot less. But again, does it have the amenities that you want? Will it suit your individual needs? Like, what type of lifestyle are you looking to live? And so that's important to consider. I think there was a comment I was watching, I think Unapologetic Nomads, and they were looking at houses, and someone was saying that $1,000, I think they were quoted like $1,000, and they were like, well, it's not New York, it's not this. We need to stop comparing Africa to the West and to the Americas. You know, a lot of us in the Americas and in the US, in the UK, we've been spending a lot of money on rent and we still don't own anything. Like, you know, when you come to Africa, the fact that you can get more for your money and you can live a better quality of life. You know, I spoke about there, you know, land being available around the airport for as little as $5,000, which is around $6,500. And you know, some people would say that this is expensive, but can I get land in the UK for £5,000?
Where
Can I get land in the UK for £5,000?
No.
It's not possible. You know, and also I throw that question for you there out in the Americas. Where in America can you get land for £5,000? Sorry, in American dollars, $6,500. So if you know where in America you can buy land, a plot of land, let me know, because you know that would be really interesting to know. And again, when you buy that land, it's yours and you can build on it. You can build a property for as little as, say, 30 or
maybe it's 50,000.
Yeah, like $50,000. You can build a 4 or 5 bedroom house on a decent plot for $50,000, somewhere that you're going to be comfortable, somewhere that has all the amenities that you want, you know, and you're guaranteed to be living a better quality of life. So I really just want to let people know out there that, you know, yes, Africa is cheap relative to the Americas and
Europe.
and the UK, and Europe. But again, don't go to Africa expecting that you're going to get everything for $1. You know,
but also, even though we can say Africa is a bit cheaper compared to Europe or America, but still we have beautiful houses where they can cost even $1 million. So it depends again of your budget, what you want. But if you're smart and you want to invest in Africa, then life is easier and there is a room to grow, because as Lady Visionary said, that you know, you can invest as little as $5,000
pounds,
or dollar or pounds, and buy a land. So that land can be a good plot where you can actually put your money in and you own the money. It's not lease. You own. I mean, you own the house.
Land,
It's a freehold. Maybe if use the term which they use here in the UK or all over the you know, in America or Europe. So freehold, you can own the house. It's not like a mortgage. Yes, if you want, you can get a mortgage as well, but you can save maybe between 50,000 to 100,000 pounds or dollars and have a freehold house. They call it a villa. You can build nice house.
You can build a
yeah. But here in the UK, everybody knows there's no way you can get $100,000 pounds and get a house here in the UK. Even if you be a flat, no, it's impossible, isn't it, Kellyanne? Maybe
you can do shared ownership, but maybe shared ownership in specific parts of the UK.
But then you own like a 20%.
Yeah, you may own like 20%, but with $1,000 in London with shared ownership, I don't think that's really possible.
Yeah, it's impossible.
And you can use that money to build, as he said, a beautiful, beautiful villa, and you know, it's yours. You know, you can rent it out, you can Airbnb it, you know. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If, for example, that's why I'm saying in Africa it's cheap if you're smart and you want to invest, because definitely you can build a beautiful house for maybe more than $50,000 somewhere, and you can still rent that house same as money as you can rent in Europe, for example. You can find people to pay you $1,000, and that money is really good money in Rwanda compared to here.
So I think you just have to again, I'm saying to people, research the country that you're going into. I'm seeing some new people join us. If you're new, please go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, so basically what we're talking about is Africa cheap? And as I said, I feel like people are having the wrong perceptions about Africa, you know. What you would know, like my husband be able to talk about this, is talk a bit about the economy, because the economy in Africa is changing. Like some of the fastest growing economies are, you know, it's changing. So
yeah, the economy is changing, and that's why people they confuse things. There's no way there's this campaign of many people, YouTubers or many people out there, they are saying, let's go to Africa. Africa is the present, Africa is tomorrow, Africa is the future. But then you expect that when you go to Africa, you're gonna, like, you know, rent a house for $100. In that case, so there's no need people from diaspora to go to invest in Africa, because they are not going to get money. Regardless, yes, we love our continent. We want to make sure that also our continent progress. But you don't expect to put your man there as a businessman or woman, and you don't get a good return. So that's why um, I'm encouraging everybody to know that Africa, there is money. There is money. But if there is money, don't expect it's cheap. There's money. Put your money there, and you're gonna get your money back. So I don't wanna, like, go to one and then build a house, spend my £100,000, and expect that, or put there and expect that someone is gonna come from somewhere and give me $100 or pounds. It's impossible.
you know, it's interesting that you said he said that there's money in Africa, and I was watching a talk when is it Trump? Sorry, Trump was saying there's tremendous opportunities in Africa, you know, and he was saying, like, he knows this, and he says, oh, a lot of my friends are, you know, investing in Africa, trying to get rich, you know. So people are positioning themselves to benefit from the continent. We know this, it's been happening for so long, you know, and it's about us. You know, we don't need to complain. We just need to, you know, take those bold steps, because other people are positioning themselves to gain from the continent. And what you're seeing also is that some of us from the diaspora, we're complaining instead of actually taking ourselves and actually investing, you know. For me, like, the opportunities that are available, like in Rwanda, you know, again, I'll go back to the airport that they're building, the Bugesera International Airport. There's land available, but the prices have gone up. But it's still not expensive. You know, it's still a great opportunity. But
there's a room to grow in Africa.
Yeah, there's room to grow. But
can
also,
can you answer this question?
So
what do you think
that?
About the ideas?
So what, can you read it out?
This is coming from a vote. Hold on.
Okay, so we're having new people. Please bear with us, guys, as we try to look through some of the comments. Welcome to everybody who's joining us today. If you're new, please do go ahead and subscribe and like the stream. Make sure you like the stream, guys. Really appreciated. We're talking about, the topic basically is Africa cheap? Many of you out there think that Africa is dirt cheap. So let's go ahead and read some of the comments.
So someone is saying, this is a vote Dashima. He sounds Rwandese. Hi, guy. It's cheap. Africa is cheap, yes, but also don't make that much money. So, however, it will be very smart to invest in Africa if you earn good money out there. You know, Evode, you know, for me personally, it depends of what you invest in Africa, because we are talking about black people, or not black people, or diaspora in general. Anybody who want to invest in Africa, basically, if you invest in a good business, there is a chance that you can make good money than people who are doing business here in Europe. So,
or America.
Or in America. I'm talking about, at least I live here in Europe.
Yes,
I know better. Yeah, I know better here in Europe. I lived in different countries here in Europe. But So it depends of what you want to invest. But again, also you may make small profit, but then because it's a consistent profit, it's going to grow because there is much opportunities. For example, you can start with maybe real estate, you know, building a house. Here, maybe with the small money, you can start with £100,000. But in the UK, to start with that small money, it's gonna take you
impossible
long.
unless you partner with someone.
Yes, but still, even if you maybe get this auction houses, you get that house and you have to do a remont and you need to fix this and that. It's gonna take you long time to do what? To have that type of income where you can say this income is sustainable for me. But in Africa, you can actually, or in Rwanda, you can make sure you can invest and your money can grow so fast and so quickly. Yeah.
Yes, guys. So we're seeing a few new ones join us. Welcome, welcome to the visionary family, guys. We're just reading some of your comments. Bear with us because we're outside. Dee Cee is saying, hi, African family. Interesting topic. I think many people don't see the value in Africa, which is a real shame. And that's really true. Like, many people don't see the value in Africa. I also think many people from the diaspora still don't understand how valuable the content is. But, you know, other people have been reaping the benefits for centuries. And I believe that this is our time to really position ourselves and benefit from the continent. And also, like, there's so much that we can bring as well, so much that we can bring from the diaspora to the continent, investing in Africa, sort of creating job opportunities, you know, investing in agriculture. So the potential are huge. You know, investing in different industries. So, you know, if you haven't watched our video, because we have got a video on this channel about the different business ideas that you can bring to the continent. So go ahead and check that video out. Okay, just going to continue reading some of your comments.
Oh, no, it jumped, you know.
Sorry, guys, it's a bit weird because...
No. Yes, this one. Yeah, that's one. You didn't. Yes, that's one. Yes.
Faith is here. Muhoro.
Muraho.
Muraho.
Amakuru.
I'm learning Kinyarwanda. So many of you know that my husband is Rwandese, and the language that they speak in Rwanda is Kinyarwanda. So I have been learning Kinyarwanda. It's like, I love Kinyarwanda, but it's for me, it's a very difficult language.
Do you know by anyway, Kinyarwanda?
So you're trying to embarrass me here on live. He's trying to embarrass me here on live. But
no, you can teach it just a little bit. One
so
word or two.
you know, amakuru. Yes, is amakuru means how are you? Yes,
and then how do you answer?
Obite. And then the answer is I'm fine. Amakuru ni meza.
Oh wow.
Amakuru ni meza. So yes, guys, sorry, I was kind of sidetracking a little bit. But
Faith
welcome, Faith. What's Faith saying now? New subby here. I'm coming to Musanze next year, linking your platform. So yes, those of you, as I said,
Musanze,
when we were in Rwanda, actually, we were living in Musanze, which is in the northern province of Rwanda. Very, very beautiful place. Very extremely beautiful. So you know, you've got the Twin Lakes. So the Twin Lakes, you've got Lake Rohondo and Lake Brera. And you know, we've also invested in land around the lake. So that's Lake Brera. So those of you who are thinking to come to Rwanda, please link up with us. We would love to host you and show you around Lake Brera. It's absolutely beautiful. And I do have some videos of me boating on the lake. So do go ahead and check that out. Much appreciated. Whoop. Sorry, guys.
I messed up. Sorry.
Jesus Christ. What happened? Wow. Sorry, guys. Please bear with us. Sorry, guys. Sorry guys, this is the first time we're filming outside, so do bear with us. Do bear with us, do bear with us. So again, Faith is saying, hey fam, one cannot expect to find work easily nowadays. We must create the jobs ourselves and expand by recruiting the people to fill them. That's right. You know, a lot of what we talk about here on the channel is the fact that us from the diaspora, we really need to have that mindset that we're not going to the continent and expecting to be employed. Rather, we need to, you know, be the job creators. We really need to be the job creators.
However, on that note, I think we have to go back home with the skills and create job and help people or help the government contribute. But you may also have some skills. You may have experience where you can go, maybe a freelancer or visit a university, teach a course or help something. Because I understand you can be your own boss, but again, when maybe you're trying to find your fit, because again, as we were saying, this topic is saying Africa is not that cheap. If you go there with your savings and you are spending your savings, maybe building a business, you can tap into your experience and maybe help or work with universities or work with other organizations, and you can get your salary actually, which can help you when you are setting up your business. That's what I can add.
Yes, guys. So let's try and look at some more of your comments. Someone is saying, sorry, Dee Cee is saying, well, Africa is cheaper than the West. We see poor Chinese and other people returning as millionaires. Therefore, surely there must be money. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So why do you expect Africa is cheap? And we as diaspora, we are scared to invest back home. We are scared so much. And then Chinese, these days Chinese are trending. For me, actually, I like Chinese. They're coming to invest where the money is. And the Europeans also, Americans and Asians. We forget about Asians in general. Like, for example, Qatar, you know, they invested in Rwanda.
In Rwanda, yeah.
They bought some shares in Rwanda. I think maybe it's agreed yet.
What
I don't know.
The airport?
Yeah, they have shares in that airport.
That new airport.
In Kigali. So they're investing a lot of money. It's not joking. And see, if check some hotels, for example, in Rwanda, you will see some beautiful hotels built by people from Asia in general. They're investing. They
also,
know the money.
Some of the Arabs.
You know, I have my colleague, a doctor, and one day he came to me. He said, "Patrick, guess what? Tell me about the opportunities in Rwanda, because I heard Qatar, you know, is investing in Rwanda. Tell me about Rwanda, blah blah blah." But what I'm trying to say is here is that people, they're not sleeping. Even like people who know, like Rwanda, for example, or Africa, they know this company called Total. This is a French company for petrol. They've been there for years and years. They are making billions of pounds,
of dollars.
So for us, we are like saying, oh, no. Actually, in Africa, you can invest, but you can't get your money in return. No, it depends of what you are investing to. And for example, in Rwanda, at least, the government is, you know, coming to Europe or America, telling people either you're Rwandese or friend of Rwanda, come to invest. They put that, you know, RDB. RDB?
Yes, Rwanda Development Board.
Yes, they are helping people. If either you have 10,000, either you have 20,000, come invest. Buy a land. You can buy a land. Either you're Rwandese or foreigner, are same as Rwandan. You know, so that's why there's opportunities. So tell me what you think. You've been to different countries in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me as someone, maybe me, I'm Rwandan, I've been there. So, but for you, what do you think as a secret? Tell me the secret you saw in Rwanda strategies.
So be more specific.
In
Sorry,
terms
clear.
of asking people from abroad to come to invest in Rwanda.
No, as I said, like for me, I like going to Rwanda because obviously I started to go to Rwanda from the year 2014, and sort of seeing the progress over the years. Every time I go to Rwanda, there's something new. There's a new person, or people. You see that more and more people are coming to Rwanda to invest. Okay, I'm seeing that more and more people are coming to invest, and people are not afraid. There's people who I meet in Rwanda who are from like America, who are not black, and they've come to invest in Rwanda because they see the opportunities that are on the ground. And one thing I love about Rwanda specifically is that every year you see progress. Every year when I was going there, I'd always see something new. Would it be like whether it be like a new infrastructure, or fixing the roads or building new roads, like you really see the development happening in Rwanda. And considering what Rwanda has been through in terms of the genocide and where they are now, they've made tremendous progress. And that's something that we should really commend, I think. And Rwanda is clean, it's a safe place to do business. So for those of you who are thinking about relocating to the continent, I'd say consider Rwanda. But then again, don't expect coming to get everything for dirt cheap. Kigali, the economy is booming in Rwanda, and Kigali is getting a little bit more expensive. But there are other areas that you can explore: Bagasera Nyamata, the northern province of Rwanda, Gisenyi, which is on the side of Lake Kivu. So many different opportunities. You can invest, as I said, in agriculture,
Oh,
real
look,
estate,
yeah, look
you know.
here. Look this one up.
DC, I'm in the planning stage and plan to go into agriculture and document it so others from the diaspora can see my journey. So working hard, saving, and seeking passive forms of income. Don't want to return. Yes.
Yeah, agriculture again is nice. Actually, me and my wife, we are thinking about that. We even started a little bit about that. So maybe in the future she'll be able to share. But that's the place you can invest as little as 5,000 or 10,000 pounds and see your money growing in your eyes, because you don't have to invest a lot of money with agriculture. You can start with small money and
grow
and
watch it grow.
Yes.
Definitely. We're seeing some
That's
new
smart idea.
We're seeing some new people join the live. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys for being here. We're filming outside today. Some people are wondering where we are. We're in the UK. We're planning to go back to Rwanda as soon as we can. We're just trying to tie up some issues here. So yes, we will be getting back to Rwanda as soon as we can. This is our first time sort of filming outside. We have had a few technical issues, but not to worry.
We're learning.
We're learning. So yeah, we're not professional at this, but we're getting there. So still trying to read some of your comments. Oh, so my husband actually said that we're investing in agriculture. Yes, he's correct. And like what I can say in terms of Rwanda is that there's a huge demand for eggs, but they're not able to meet the demands. So the poultry business is an area that many of us can explore if you're thinking about what type of business you want to do on the continent, or specifically in Rwanda. I think the government also has a master plan trying to encourage people to get into poultry, so that they can meet the needs of the population. There's a huge demand for eggs in Rwanda. So if you're thinking about doing a business, that's a great area to explore. And
fish.
Yeah, fish farming again. Yes. Do you want
Fish
to talk
farming
about?
as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing much to talk about it, but there's a room there. You can create your own fish industry because we not only for Rwandese, but we have neighboring countries who are a good consumers. They're like
Yes.
Congolese.
So you.
Congolese, they are coming to Rwanda to get some fish, to get some food. There's Burundi as neighbor country, Tanzania, Kenya. Rwanda is a good strategy in terms of business. So it depends of what you want to invest into. So you do your own research and connect with people on ground. Definitely, you're going to be successful. So there's other comments here.
Is that Faith or?
Yeah, Faith.
Yeah. It's there.
Yeah, yeah. Faith was saying that she definitely agrees with what I said before
Yeah.
about taking our skills. So you can go create your own jobs, give the job to people, to local people, but also why not? Why you can use also your own skills. So and help the other stakeholders who are there already.
I say I definitely advocate for that. So people who you have the skills, the knowledge, the know-how, you can bring that to the continent. It's much needed. So definitely we're not expecting you guys to throw away your skills, whether you're coming from from Europe or the Americas. Bring your skills along, but definitely know that you have to don't be rigid. I think that's important. Don't be rigid, and also think about different streams of potential income. So yes, you can use your skills, but is there something else that you can do? Can you partner with other locals who are doing great things on the continent and make that greater than it already is? So is that DC?
Yeah, this is saying that actually many people, yeah, they come with a lot of money, like you know. So for her, she has to be focused. Yes, of course.
Sorry,
Yeah,
let's read the
yeah, you
comment.
can read. Yeah.
These other races come into groups and large amounts of money. Most black diaspora don't have the luxury, and like me to have to be driven and focused. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. That if we're going to the continent, let's be focused. Let's just be let's be driven, and let's come with a strategy. That's important. Coming with a strategy. Sorry, you wanted to make a point about?
Yeah. I think I agree with her or him. I don't know. But there is no need to save your small money slowly. You save your money and you go to Rwanda or Africa in general, and lose your money there. So it's good to be focused and know what you're going to do. Have your targets. Know what you're going to do in Africa. Don't just go pack your bag. Maybe you can go for first time, visit the place, do what they call study, like feasibility studies, and get your information, collect some data, know your things, ask people, and mingle with the locals, understand the problems, and come there when you know exactly what you're going to do. Because otherwise, you're gonna go there and rent a house, you're spending your savings, and you end up with no money, basically
And
come
then
back.
thinking that,
Yeah.
oh, I have to run back because
Yeah.
you haven't planned properly. So
Yeah.
part of the strategy is that you have to visit, you have to research, know what you're doing, as Patrick says. And I think when you go with a plan, you're less likely to run back to the Americas and Europe, because you've found something sustainable and that that it proves to bring you income. I think so that's important. That some people are going to the continent and they're surprised at the cost of certain things. What you may the prices that you may pay in the Gambia are going to be different from the prices that you pay in like Rwanda.
Yeah.
Because as I said previously, you probably can get a plot of land in the Gambia for about $1,000, but where in the capital of Rwanda can you find a land for $1,000?
No, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Rwanda for
It's
those
impossible.
people never been there. Rwanda is a small country, but very organized country. So, and the land is like gold. So imagine the country is very tiny, very small, and so whoever owns a land, you don't want to like lose your land for just little as 100 or I mean $1,000. Maybe you can find it in a deep, but it will be very tiny,
So, yeah,
small
small
land
like yeah,
where you don't maybe have access on the road, where you don't have access
you
on
can't even
water.
build maybe a house on there. Maybe you
Yes,
can do some agriculture. It's small enough
yes,
for some
yeah, for
agriculture,
agriculture. Yes, yeah,
but
I
you
agree.
can't build
But
on
you
it.
can build on it. But if you are someone who wants maybe to build a beautiful house where you have the access on road, access on water, access on maybe near the supermarket, and definitely expect to have a good budget. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna do
Sorry,
it.
trying to make sure, guys, that this camera doesn't fall again. Because those of you watch, like those of some
Someone
others
else.
will watch and see when the camera fell. So please, again, excuse us. Congratulations to Mrs. I think he's saying Mr. Kagame. He has done a huge job yet. Do you want to speak on that briefly?
Yeah, in general, to be honest, Rwanda, everything we do, or whoever want to do a business, you need to be a good leader with your business. But in Rwanda, of course, I think the leadership in general, they are doing good job. Either in different sectors, economically, you can see there's something happening.
Yeah.
When you go to Rwanda, like yesterday, I was reading some articles, and you see they are building some roads and they are doing something. They actually whatever they have, the little they have, they are trying to do something. And in general, in Africa, we may have everything. We have a beautiful landscape. We have sun. We have water, but sometimes something which is annoying is infrastructure, because you may find even beautiful land and you really want to do something on that land, but maybe the access on that land is impossible or is very difficult. And you can say, if I put my money here, you know what, I'm not gonna get my money back. And you may not even, you can abandon your project. But when there is a good leadership where they can see in every corner, they know something's happening, and they are investing, they put infrastructure, they are putting electricity and so on, and that it helps a lot the investors. So, and I
To
think
feel
yeah,
secure.
to feel secure, and I think Rwanda in that they are doing well in that direction. The other thing is that you don't want to invest your money and just someone rob your money, you know, or there's a corruption, they want you to pay this and that, because, and then you end up, paying your money to the wrong people because they want, get something from you. I think in Rwanda it's a no. So in you go with your money, they help you, they tell you, of course, everywhere in every country is bad people. So, but in Rwanda, at least they have law. So you don't expect your money to be invested and you lose your money. So, and again, in Africa in general, we have a peaceful continent. But again, there's some places where there's wars, people are fighting, there's a insecurity, you're scared of your life. But when you go to Rwanda, you feel safe.
Yeah.
There's no war going on. It's the security, to be honest. Some streets here in the UK, they are not safe at all. Maybe in the USA as well, or Europe
We
in
know what's
general.
going on in
Yes,
America.
we
Come
know what's
on.
going on. They may shoot you. But at least in Rwanda, you go and sleep, you may see maybe a police soldier somewhere in the corner, you say, oh, I'm safe, he's there. Do you understand?
That's one thing.
So for me, whoever says that the president is doing a good job, to me, with my needs, I think he's doing
Great.
wonderful job.
Wow. Well, I was going to say that,
I don't know about you, but
I was just going to comment on that, my first time in Rwanda was 2014. You know, he invited me to go and see his family and stuff, and to just visit Rwanda really. And you know, I've been going to Rwanda every year since then. And what I can say is that, you know, I've always felt safe in Rwanda. I've not really had any problems in terms of security, you know. So for me, like doing business in Rwanda, for me, it's ideal because it's a place. I'm not saying it doesn't have any corruption, but in terms of corruption, it's very, very low. It's not tolerated. So you really have to be on your best behavior when it comes to corruption, because you will get yourself in trouble. So try to avoid that. You know, I mentioned security. Security is really good. I've always felt really, really safe. Rwanda is ranked like one of the easiest places to do business in Africa. Like
I think it's the second after Botswana,
yeah,
or I think, yeah, around
yeah,
there.
but you know, it's ranked really well in terms of doing business. To register a business in Rwanda, I've gone through the process, and you know, like we've gone through the process, and it took like I think it took like a day, if not less, to be registered. You know, so it's very, very fast. We did our business, we registered our business online. You can visit RDB, the Rwanda Development Board in Kigali, to, you know, go and find out a bit more information and to register your business in person. But you can, my understanding is that you can do that from anywhere in the world online. And we registered our business whilst we were present in Rwanda, and we did that online. So guys, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and throw them at us, because we will be wrapping up shortly. Okay, let's see. Again, just want to welcome those of you joining the live stream now. We're getting a hello from Chicago. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome, welcome, welcome.
I have some friends in Chicago, actually. Yeah.
So Dee Cee was saying high prices are usually for items that are imported. Can we comment on that? I think not necessarily.
High prices are usually
not necessarily. Definitely.
No. I think what is trying to say is true, because many things which are imported from Asia or Europe or America, they are expensive. Why? It's because there is tax on them. There is you know, they put also the people who brought the things, they pay a lot of money in terms of shipping, you know, shipping costs and everything. All when you put all together, it costs them tons of money, and they have to charge that. Plus, you know, iPhone is not made in Rwanda, for example. It's made in China or USA or Europe, for example. So if they bring those type of tech technologies, yes, it's gonna cost products. Them. But for food, which maybe is expensive in Europe, you know, back there food is very cheap. Yeah, and good very quality healthy. Produce. That's what I love about Rwanda, is that you can get good quality produce for cheap, you know. A lot of us, we're putting a lot of bad things in our bodies, and we really need to think about changing our diets, you know. One thing I wanted to talk about actually is the fact that a lot of YouTubers were talking about the fact that you know, there's a KFC in Rwanda, lot of excitement around that. But for me, I had to criticize it a bit, because I know that the KFC does bring opportunities for Rwandans. It creates jobs, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, we really need to think about the impact of fast food, you know, and KFC is another fast food in Africa. Because my background is actually in healthcare, and also my husband actually, I can tell you that cardiovascular disease is on the rise in Africa, and you know, it's expected to get worse on the continent. So if we're having these international companies coming and selling us bad food, guess what? We are going to really suffer in terms of our health. And many people I know have spoken
about the fact that, you know, healthcare is an issue in Africa. So you can imagine if so many people are suffering from health conditions related to, you know, bad food, etc., etc., then the continent is going to really struggle to meet the needs of, you know, the health needs of the population. So that's why for me, I've criticized KFC. But yeah, I'm going off track now. But yeah, you know, as I said, it does create jobs, but what I want to see is, you know, people from the diaspora, you know, bringing opportunities, creating things that are going to benefit, be beneficial for us today and for the future. And you know, we don't need these sort of bad companies positioning themselves to kill us, basically, you know, because once you get cardiovascular disease and a stroke, or, you know, it can be detrimental to our health. So the food on the continent, you know, you can get good quality produce. And as I said, that's the one thing I loved about
And when you're talking
Rwanda.
about Africa, if
Yeah,
Africa is cheap,
yeah,
I think in that sense it's very cheap.
yeah, the food, like,
And everybody needs to, you know, to and again, food is cheap, but we have many people to feed. So that's why
yeah,
people who
need to
also,
invest in
yeah, the
agriculture.
agriculture,
Yes.
you can invest in your agriculture and get your money back. You know, you can add value on the products, either milk products. You can add value on many things. You can produce some, you know, crops, and then after that you can add value on that. You can maybe, if you have like you're farming and you maybe have a cows, you can, you know, do some cheese, you can do some yogurt, you can do many stuff. So, or you can, if you are into meat, you can do meat processing and build a good economy around there.
So Faith is saying, I think you were talking about this in relation to my comment about health. You said, yes, healthcare is a problem, especially the rise of diabetes amongst the young. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So, you know, Africa also needs those people who have skills in healthcare. You know, you can really bring that back to the continent. And one of my dreams is actually to build a rehabilitation center. So I want to be able to treat people who have like so cardiovascular neurological conditions such as, you know, stroke, Parkinson's diseases. You know, road traffic accidents is a big
Trauma.
problem in Africa. So I want to be able to provide a service for those people who need physical rehabilitation following a road traffic accident, and also those people who may have suffered injuries from sports. That's what I really want to do. That's one of my dreams, is to contribute in terms of developing healthcare systems in Africa. And first of all, I want to start with Rwanda. So yeah, let's see if we have any more comments. So I think, no, we don't have any more comments actually. Mr. Hillary is in the building. Thank you. You will have a blessed day. You too. Thank you so much. So I think we're going to wrap up here, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate that. If you haven't already given the stream a thumbs up, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you found that it was interesting and that other people should know about this, please go ahead and share it via your social media platforms. So that would be like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Please
And you
support.
name it.
Yeah. So and many others. So, you know, that's the way that you can really support us here on YouTube to build our platform. You know, when I was in Rwanda, I was showcasing what I was doing in Rwanda, just showcasing my journey. And I really wanted others to learn from what I'm doing, but also I wanted to find inspiration out there. So I wanted to learn from other people who, you know, have moved to the continent and started up businesses. What are their challenges, how they navigated their way, you know, how can we work together to bring a positive contribution to the continent. And what I'm happy to see at the moment is that the amount of people from the diaspora who are, you know, looking to move to the continent, who are looking to bring about a positive solutions, because I know some of us, you know, are so quick
you need
to
read this comment before you
yeah,
go,
okay,
because I think you can explain about
yeah,
you can read it, please.
okay, just a moment before I read that. You know, some of us are quick to, you know, find mistakes and problems in Africa, but I believe that we are the ones who are going to bring the solutions. We are the solutions. So instead of like staying behind the keyboard and saying, oh, well, Africa is this, leadership is that, this is, you know, they do bad business, why don't we come to the continent, bring what we have and make the change, be the change that we wish to see in this world? We are the ones who are going to contribute to the progress of Africa for today and in the future. So let's go and read this comment. Do you want to read this comment?
Read,
okay. Mr. Hillary saying, good day to you. Happy couple. I tuned in late at the office now. I read online, researching that it isn't recommended to drive on day of national community service because it's difficult for traffic flow. Okay, well, if you did join us late, you can always go back, you know, and start from the beginning so that you can catch up on everything that you missed. So thank you, Mr. Hillary. I really appreciate that.
You know, but you can help. I think Mr. Hillary is talking about Muganda. Because he's talking about I think he did some research about Rwanda, where it's very difficult to drive when there is a community service, which is like Umuganda.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, so you can talk about that.
Yeah, Rwanda, as you know, Lady Visionary said,
explain what
you know, in
Umuganda
Rwanda, they call it Umuganda. In Rwanda, especially in Africa, wherever you go, to be honest, or even here in the UK, you know, people are drinking, they throw the plastic bottles everywhere, though in Rwanda is not allowed. And they messed up the area and stuff. So, or in general, you go to in Africa, because there's many countries I went to, it's dirty, you know, they throw everything on the streets, they don't really clean. So Rwanda has stopped those type of bad behaviors. So they want to make sure that Rwanda is cleanest country in Africa. Why not in the whole, whole world? So that's why they introduced this community service. It happened, I think, once a month. I guess.
Once a month.
Once a month.
And it's on a Saturday. Is it last Saturday of the month?
Last Saturday of month.
Yeah.
Everybody, either you're a guest, Rwandese, everybody goes out there and they clean the neighborhood. Yeah, they make sure that everything is clean. So how can you expect to go and drive when other people are cleaning the neighborhood? So actually, they put the police everywhere. If you are driving, you need to have a good reason why you're out there when other people are cleaning the neighborhood. So there's no need to drive. You make sure. That's why everybody, when you go to Rwanda, everybody's shocked. Rwanda is so clean to the point that you feel like you can walk with your own, barefoot.
Many people, they saw the video of Wodemaya eating from the gutter. You know, and I think that's how I came across Rwanda, because he was saying Kigali is so clean, you can eat off the streets, you know, and he sat and he ate his plate of food from the gutter, and people were like, who is this guy, you know?
And also there is other, I don't know, I can call it community gathering, doing this sport.
Yes.
So also it's very difficult to drive, because I think it's once a month again.
In the car-free zone in Kigali, that's where they do the
yes
activity.
So they encourage everybody to go out there and do exercise, you know, because they want to make sure that Rwandese are healthy. You know, as we know, if you don't exercise, you may have different type of chronic disease, you know, diabetes, heart disease. You can have cancer, you can have the colon cancer, and everything, you know. So that's why they encourage everybody to go there and do some exercise and do some sports. So it's very difficult, but I think it's difficult, but it's good. to do that community service because everybody has to go there and clean. So, and coup de chapeau to everybody who's helping back in Rwanda.
I was just going to say that the time, so with Umuganda, is up to, I think, 11 o'clock. So, or I think it's up to 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
so,
that's from morning to 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
11 o'clock a.m. So, it, you know, yeah, it's just for a couple of hours, Umuganda. So, would love to visit Rwanda. Seems like a great example for other African countries. And you know what I can say regarding that is definitely Rwanda is an example for many African countries. That's correct, but also for many European and many European countries as well as the America. I think Rwanda
this is 3
a
days
great
ago.
example.
I think it was Morrison. They were introducing like paper bags.
Oh yeah,
after almost like 20 years, I mean 10 years, when that, you know, plastic bags is not allowed in Rwanda. So so I think actually some countries, they are learning from Rwanda, you know, in terms of what do you call
being environmentally friendly as well. Yeah,
Rwanda is one of the best.
Yeah,
plus Rwanda also is known as a country which empower so much women. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Oh, definitely. I love that, you know, there's so many women in great positions, like in the government. Yeah, so for me, I'm like, woo, power to the women, you know, like female empowerment. But yes, as you're saying, in Rwanda, plastic bags are illegal. So if you're coming to Rwanda, please leave your plastic bags where you came from, because it's not allowed. It's illegal. Like literally, you can Google this, you can research it. Guys, we are going to wrap up now because we are outdoors filming, and I think we've come to the end. If you guys have any topics that you'd like us to, you know, discuss, or if you want to see my husband here on the channel again, please do let me know what topics you want us to discuss. You can send us an email at projecthealtha@gmail.com, but I also have the link in the description bar, so go ahead and check it out. If you haven't seen my other videos on Rwanda, please go ahead and, you know, take some tea, coffee, and just chill and watch some of those videos. I would really appreciate it. Let's see. Thank you. Watching from South Africa. Hi. Oh my God. We're having so many people from around the world watching, and that is really, really amazing. You know, that's one of the great things about being on this channel, is that, you know, you really connect with so many people from around the world, so many wonderful people, and I really do appreciate that. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And as I said, please support us on the channel by sharing. You know, sharing is caring, guys. And I look forward to connecting with you guys. You know, I look forward to really staying in contact with you guys. Email me, message me if you've got any questions. You know, I'm normally quite active, so please feel free. Don't be afraid. I don't bite, I promise. So Africa is saying, smash that thumbs up. Thanks, family. I appreciate it.
Let's support Lady Visionary.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And, but just to kind of bring it to a close, you know, as we were talking about, Africa is Africa cheap?
No.
Yeah. So do you want to say something before I finally say my final words? Give them some final words.
Africa is not cheap, but again, depends of your pocket. You know, if you want class, luxury stuff, actually, Africa is the place to find them. But again, if you have a small budget, you can work with that small budget and grow and make your money and be happy. The reality is, the quality of life in Africa is best compared to some other countries, when of course you're living in a good country like Rwanda. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you again so much. I can sort of add, because I think you've covered everything really, is that those of you from the diaspora thinking that like everything in Africa is going to be dirt cheap, please don't come with that perception. Please do your research. There's various countries on the continent, and the prices do vary from place to place. What you may get, what you may get for your money in one country will not be the same as what you may get in another country. So if you don't do your research, then you're going to be disappointed. So it's important that you do your research to find out the cost of living, for example, in a particular city. And as you spoke about budget, if you're thinking about coming to the continent, what is your budget? What can you afford? Because if you have high expectations and then when you get there you're like, oh, I cannot afford this, then it's going to be problematic. And I was watching a guy actually, I think it was yesterday, and he was telling us that his cost of living in Kigali is $2,500 a month. Some people may think, oh, actually, that's very expensive. But in the cities, not just in Kigali, but cities in Africa tend to be a bit more expensive. So if your budget can't stretch that way, just think about maybe another country, or maybe looking outside of Kigali if you're planning on relocating to Rwanda. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Take care, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. You guys take care now, and all the best.
Bye bye.